Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, January 1st, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 558 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Local hospital's chief medical officer got COVID-19 for Christmas and urges vaccination. Don Lemon hosted CNN's New Year's Eve celebration and his comments went viral on social media. 3 people missing and nearly 1,000 homes destroyed in Colorado wildfire. Why I was just being sarcastic can be such a convenient excuse. CNN duped into posting raunchy New Year's Eve prank tweets. Famous Key West boy burned after 2 set tree on fire. Hilarious clip of Betty White roasting Sandra Bullock goes viral. NYC police officer shot while resting in car between shifts. Key Trump advisor Bernard Kerik hands January 6 panel trove of documents. A married California couple, who had been together since they were teens, died from COVID-19 complications just hours apart, report says. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Eric Adams takes office as New York City's mayor, The New York Times. Betty White's fans feared her death for years, but the Golden Girls actress wasn't afraid of dying, The Washington Post. Notre Dame vs. Oklahoma State score, takeaways, Pokes mount historic comeback to edge Irish in Fiesta Bowl, CBSSports.com. 20 rescued from New Mexico tramway while 1 employee still trapped, fire department says, CBS News. Classic BlackBerry phones will stop working January 4, CNN. Damage reported after severe weather moves through parts of Kentucky on New Year's Day, WDRB. Officials, nearly 1,000 homes destroyed in Colorado wildfire, Politico. Dan Reeves, coach who reached, but lost, 4 Super Bowls, dies at 77, The New York Times. Welcome NJ's first babies of 2022, NJ.com. With Omicron's rise, Americans brace for returning to school and work, The New York Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Betty White says NL episode to re-air tonight. 21 people stuck overnight in aerial tram over mountain in New Mexico. Texas governor asks for federal help with COVID testing, treatments as cases climb. COVID, crappy weather bring more cancelled flights into the new year. Austrian Holocaust survivor MRS, Gertrude dies at 94. South Korean officials warned that cats have been starting fires by turning on stoves. Former Broncos, Falcons, Giants coach Dan Reeves dies at 77. Why Nicolas Cage doesn't like being called an actor. French burn fewer cars than usual on New Year's Eve due to pandemic. U.S. colleges returning to online classes amid Omicron surge. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Automate resigns as Lafayette City Court judge. Apartment fire forces tenants out. December tornadoes on the rise. Teacher gets vehicle repaired for free. Thieves caught stealing customers' Hellcat. Vet receives service dog 10 years. Columbus police investigating shooting death of 15-year-old teen. Search continues for driver after SUV crashes. School district hit by cyber attack. Workers, residents react to explosion. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. After catastrophic fire, Colorado fights a new hazard, 10 inches of snow. U.S. flight cancellations pass 2,500. Eric Adams takes office as New York City's mayor. Off-duty officer shot while sleeping in car outside a Harlem police station. A nation on hold wants to speak with a manager. Dan Reeves, coach who reached, but lost, 4 Super Bowls, dies at 77. Beaches closed after 7 million gallons of sewage spill in Los Angeles County. 10 lessons we've learned about eating well. With Omicron's rise, Americans brace for returning to school and work. The new political cry in South Korea, out with man-haters. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Houston area hospitals could run out of monoclonal antibody treatment against Omicron, report. Kentucky governor declares state of emergency after tornado-warned storms cause significant damage. Virginia Teachers Union mocked for grammatical errors in COVID-19 letter. Ocasio-Cortez roasted after Twitter sexual frustrations rant at Republicans, bizarrely anti-feminist. DeSantis touts freest state of Florida during appearance at New Year's Eve Christian concert in Miami. Wall Street Journal editorial savages media's false narratives from 2021. Colts activate Carson Wentz from COVID-19 list. UC Boulder to start spring semester with remote classes amid fire, COVID-19 concerns. CNN's Anderson Cooper uncomfortable as Andy Cohen savages Bill de Blasio to welcome in 2022. Marcus Carr leads number 17 Texas past short-handed West Virginia. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, January 1st. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Dan Hodges, apocalyptic age scenario has failed to materialize. Robert Maxwell's biographer Tom Bauer met socialite when she was 12, cowed by her father. Grieving father blames anti-vax videos on YouTube for the death of his young pregnant daughter. Lester, James Madison, Harvey Barnes and Hamza Chowdhury attend COVID bomb darts. Dr. Cannon, could I be at risk of a heart attack by exercising too much? Britain becoming more energy self-sufficient is vital to keeping the lights on. Peter Hitchens, just like the Reds, Greens think they're too nice to be wrong. Who was the headless man at the heart of a very British scandal? China harvests masses of data on Western targets from Twitter and Facebook, documents show. The 740 book that shows you just cannot trust a cover price on Amazon. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. French burn fewer cars on New Year's Eve due to pandemic. Nice fireworks kill men in Germany, Austria. Moral compass, requiem for South Africa's Archbishop Tutu. Critics in Egypt say citronette promotes sexual harassment. North Korea's Kim Jong-un vows to solve economic crisis and bolster military. COVAX vaccine deliveries surge in final stretch of 2021, with a record 300 million doses sent out in December. Omicron's New Year's cocktail, sorrow, fear, hope for 2022. Global pandemic needs a more global response, Fauci says, amid record-breaking deaths in India. South Korea welcomes back New Year's concerts, but with no singing along, please. South Koreans counting down to first legal drink at midnight on New Year's foiled by coronavirus curfew. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. U.S. judge delivers double setback to Prince Andrew's abuse case battle. COVID live, U.S. Omicron uptick driven by a young, England reports another record rise in cases. Colorado wildfire, up to 1,000 buildings destroyed as Biden declares disaster. Teens and young adults driving record COVID cases in U.S., health officials say. Manuel Lantini doubles up as West Ham survive late scare at Crystal Palace. Is that really me? The ugly truth about beauty filters. My house was a film set, they were filming sex scenes on our kitchen bench. Lighten up the satire, that's a tall order when life is out praising the most vivid fiction. Catherine Bennett. Dan Reeves, who coached 4 NFL teams to Super Bowl, dies age 77. Raven Leilani, I was flying by the seat of my pants. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Off-duty NYPD officer shot while sleeping in car between shifts, authorities say. Colorado fire victims begin New Year surveying destruction. Judge, Prince Andrew cannot halt lawsuit with domicile claim. New Year's Day brings weather threats as Kentucky Gov declares state of emergency. Watch, countdown to 2022 from all over the world. Former NFL coach, player Dan Reeves dies at 77. Miraculous, no casualties reported in devastating Colorado wildfires. Illinois woman in custody in killing of cop, wounding of second. Rally in Baghdad on anniversary of Iranian general's death. Pope, in New Year's homily, praises women as peacemakers. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. U.S. flight cancellations hit new holiday peak amid COVID and bad weather. Map drawn from memory helps reunite kidnapped Chinese man with family. New Year's Eve fireworks kill and injure in Europe despite bans. COVID, UAE bans foreign travel for citizens without booster jab. Coronavirus pandemic, Antarctic outpost hit by COVID-19 outbreak. French car burning returns for New Year's Eve. New law allowing assisted suicide takes effect in Austria. South Africa holds state funeral for Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Desmond Tutu funeral, anti-apartheid campaigner remembered in Cape Town. India, at least 12 dead in New Year temple stampede. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. 6,000 plus U.S. flights cancelled, delayed amid Omicron surge, COVID-19 enters fourth calendar year, Hive updates. A treacherous start to 2022, South faces threat of severe weather, tornadoes. 3 people missing, nearly 1K homes scorched in Colorado wildfire, officials say. The day in pictures. Wildfires near Denver force thousands to evacuate, vehicles and buildings burned. U.S. passes 2M cases in 1 week for first time during pandemic, South Africa study finds Omicron less severe, latest COVID-19 updates. 2021 is pulling out all the tricks, fish rain from the sky in rare phenomenon in Texas. Powerball jackpot approaching $500 million. Will there be a winner drawn Saturday? Desmond Tutu laid to rest in Cape Town. I could hear the wood crackling, residents recount escape from fast-moving flames of Colorado wildfires. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. It's nice being back. Rose Parade returns to smaller but enthusiastic crowd amid Omicron surge. Photos, after canceling last year, 2020 to Rose Parade back in full bloom. Smaller crowds greet Rose Parade's return to Pasadena amid Omicron surge. Younger adults driving coronavirus surge in Southern California. Magnitude 3.5 quake hits near Coalinga, California. 6 people injured in shooting at South LA supermarket. Officers in Riverside County fatally shoot driver who rammed into police cruisers, authorities say. LA COVID-19 cases skyrocket to 27,000 as health officials plead, act responsibly. Biden offers condolences to Chilean president after Los Angeles Police Department shooting death of girl. Search called off for skier from Truckee missing near Lake Tahoe since Christmas. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, January 1st, 2022. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Japan plans launch of world's first wooden satellite in 2023. China will end subsidies for electric and hybrid cars at the end of the year, authorities have announced, saying the strength of sales in the sector meant state support was no longer needed. Taiwan rejects US CDC guidance on 5-day quarantine. Some Omicron cases still infectious up to 12 days after testing positive. New Year's Day is warmest on record in the UK, Met Office says. Putin makes no mention of Trump in New Year greetings to former leaders for 2022. Soccer fans in Belgium do Nazi salutes, chant about killing Jews, Hamas. Scientists discovered a massive new world and they have no idea how it formed. UK ministers plan to relax immigration rules to make it easier for Indians to live and work in UK as British government seeks closer ties with India. Melbourne man sets himself on fire while screaming about Dan Andrews' COVID vaccine mandates. North Korea's Kim Jong-un talks food not nukes for 2022. India sent 500,000 vaccines to Afghanistan. EU drafts plan to label gas and nuclear investments as green. Russia hopes to start manufacturing Kalashnikov rifles in Venezuela soon. The next headlines are from Forbes. 21 people trapped in Albuquerque tram car, rescue underway. New England Patriots reportedly reach 3-year extension with versatile safety Adrian Phillips. 2 people missing after Marshall Fire as Biden issues major disaster declaration for Colorado. Stay Close, a new Harlan Coben thriller on Netflix. 5 electrifying trends you must not miss from 2021. Friday box office, Spider-Man nears $600, Mass Matrix plunges 61%. U.S. flight cancellations hit new holiday peak, more than 2,600 scrapped on New Year's Day. 7 ways BTS's Suga made Hot 100 history with his latest solo hit single. 4 lessons Gen Z and millennials can learn from Betty White about longevity, work and retirement. Don't Look Up dethroned in Netflix's top 10 list by a new show. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Audio long read, the secret lives of cells, as never seen before. Activity of convalescent and vaccine serum against SARS-CoV-2 Omicron. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,754,921,212 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The Mary Tyler Moore Show deaths in 2021 reflect passage of time for network TV. Peaky Blinders Season 6 trailer, Anya Taylor-Joy returns for final season. Remembering Betty White's legacy as an animal advocate, from the pet set to the LA Zoo. Harry Potter reunion's most shocking reveal, Emma Watson almost quit playing Hermione midway through the film series. Andy Cohen went on a tipsy New Year's Eve rant about outgoing NYC Mayor Bill de Blasio, sayonara, sucka. Spider-Man, No Way Home tops New Year's Eve box office with $15.4 million. Release of Indian blockbuster RRR postponed as Omicron surges across India. Impractical Jokers, Joe Gatto leaves comedy show. Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson's best New Year's Eve party moments. Anderson Cooper to host new CNN Plus show Parental Guidance. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. U.S. COVID cases continue to skyrocket and disruptions abound as 2022 begins. Snow puts out Colorado wildfires with 3 people missing and nearly 1,000 homes burned. At his funeral, Tutu is remembered for helping end apartheid and championing rights. North Korea's Kim vows to build up military and maintain antivirus measures. 12 people were killed when a crowd surged at a popular Hindu shrine in Kashmir. Local officials try to get census results corrected to ensure correct future funding. Flood survivors, former sex slaves, fantastic masks, top global photo stories of 2021. Limited revelers return to Times Square to usher in 2022. In a year-end report, Chief Justice John Roberts emphasizes judicial ethics. Intensive care unit teens report fatigue and frustration as they brace for Omicron surge. The following headlines are from the week. 5 cartoons about another COVID New Year. Is Omicron less severe? It's complicated. 5 midterm races to watch in 2022. Legendary actress Betty White dies at 99. Prince Andrew accuser wants proof of his alleged medical inability to sweat. New York City's New Year's Eve celebration in Times Square going forward. South Africa may have passed the peak of Omicron wave. Putin reportedly warns Biden of complete rupture of relations on call. Thousands evacuate as Colorado wildfires burn hundreds of homes. Climate change is coming for the world's poles. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, January 1st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The next news is from Politico. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Paris institutes outdoor mask mandate, starting Friday. Officials, nearly 1,000 homes destroyed in Colorado wildfire. On busy first day, NYC mayor urges resiliency against pandemic. New Year's Rose Parade proceeds despite COVID-19 surge. The left is already looking to 2024. Some want to see a Biden primary challenge. He was the West's most important undercover spy. An affair brought it all down. Efforts to Trump-proof presidential certification crash into congressional realities. Bernard Kerik provides batch of documents to January 6th Select Committee. FDIC's GOP chair to resign after partisan brawl. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Legal blow for Prince Andrew's attempt to block sex assault lawsuit. NSW records 18,278 COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths as hospitalizations rise. Victoria records 3 deaths, 7,172 cases as experts track Omicron's rapid growth. Why dads need to stand up and fight for flex work and more time with kids. Mitchell move, the key questions that need answering at your NRL club. Hospitalized COVID patients double since Christmas, 100,000 daily cases on horizon. The talk every parent should have with their teen, what is love bombing? Congratulations, Brad, the Minister for Health has a new job, bearer of bad news. Travesty of justice, Eastern Suburbs Council proposes raising building heights. Sacked for being vaxxed, church defends decision to terminate worker who got COVID jab. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Financial crime, hidden drains and secret pumps, how a Seattle company evaded the EPA to dump toxic water into Puget Sound for years. Outside the box, the supply chain disaster is actually good news, for these 3 reasons. Newswatch, the S&P 500 beat both Dow and Nasdaq in 2021 by the widest margin in 24 years. Here's what history says happens in 2022. Tax Watch, 5 ways to get a bigger and quicker tax refund. Economic report, buyers will get creative. The rate of home price growth is slowing, but buyers cannot catch a break. The Great Resignation has led to a wave of self-startups, especially in the Southeast. The pandemic boom in video games is expected to disappear in 2022. Market Extra, Wall Street banks post record $10 billion in IPO revenues even as average investors in 2021 face worst returns in years. What's worth streaming? Here's what's worth streaming in January 2022, and why you can skip Netflix for once. Paul Brandeis, which gray swan risk could derail the U.S. economy and the stock market in 2022? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. What to watch in 2022, the biggest IP cases coming up, Law 360. Vivo marked another blockbuster year 2021, filled with innovation and growth, Oya News. We must remain optimistic, full of hope, President, The Herald. The next headlines are from Quartz. India's wasted youth. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Gaming like it's 1926, join the 4th annual Public Domain Game Jam. New Year's message, the arc of the moral universe is a twisty path. DHS, ICE begin body camera pilot program with surprisingly good policies in place. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Iowa State basketball. Baylor football. WWE Day 1. LeVar Burton. Tornado warning. Happy New Year 2022. What's open on New Year's Day? Arkansas football. Iowa football. Dan Reeves. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Judge delivers major setback to Prince Andrew in lawsuit filed by Epstein victim. Inappropriate political influence, Chief Justice John Roberts responds to threats against the court. Scientists shed new light on what makes Omicron spread. How bubbles, price, and COVID-19 changed Bitcoin for me. Trudeau implies Black Canadians racist, misogynistic, questions whether unvaxxed should be tolerated. Omicron is creating an unnecessary media hysteria over positive case numbers, again. Ben Shapiro eviscerates COVID cult and authoritarian lockdown nonsense that's destroyed millions of lives. 2022, the year of breakdown. His skin was burning, Melbourne man sets himself on fire screaming about vaccine mandates. 2022 New Year's resolution, stand up in defense of dissent. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Mali proposes 5-year election delay to West African bloc. Will COVID-19 permanently change the way we work? Thousands rally in Baghdad to mark 2020 killing of Iran general. Tunisia launches national consultation on reforms. The U.S. opioid epidemic, edition 2021. Taiwan urges China to curb its military adventurism. South Africa bids farewell to anti-apartheid icon Desmond Tutu. China welcomes 2022 with worst COVID week since taming virus. Maria Grazia Chiari, does the devil wear Dior? The next headlines are from Breitbart. 2021, Border Patrol agents faced historic level of line-of-duty deaths. 2 suspects arrested for allegedly killing Illinois police sergeant, wounding partner. Report, people stuck in tram cars in icy weather in New Mexico. Ron DeSantis challenger Nikki Fried criticizes governor's silence while he attends wife's cancer treatments. Brooks, I worry easy time in foreign policy without major disasters will end in 2022. Exclusive James O'Keefe after FBI raid, we will not let fear dictate our actions. Barbara Streisand, Joe Biden's economic record in his first year is the best in 40 years. Rick Scott, AOC a complete hypocrite. Katy Perry performs in Las Vegas inside giant toilet, alongside giant face mask and drag queen. Watch, Andy Cohen slams horrible Mayor de Blasio in New Year's rant, sayonara, sucker. The next headlines are from UPI News. Ice will be heated for outdoor NHL Winter Classic. Wait, what? Topps 2022 banished words list. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. The 2022 New Year's horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Beaver saved from euthanasia transform and replenish rivers in the Utah desert. How about it for humanity's first 3D printed home on East Coast goes to homebuyer whose grandma also owned concrete home. Woman wakes up to find astonishing icicle outside that looks exactly like a hummingbird. Career oil exec dedicates himself to capping millions of abandoned oil wells to help the planet. Miracle preemie baby born the size of an iPhone came home for Christmas after a year of fears that he may not survive. Jaw-dropping footage of northern lights pulsing across entire Canadian sky with southern lights, too. The most stunning moments for animals in 2021 will make you cheer and love them even more. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, January 1st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. The Yogurt Mafia in Unexpected Prison Culture. The weather is expected to be so cold for Saturday's National Hockey League's Outdoor Winter Classic that the ice will have to be heated. Cops, defendant faked positive COVID-19 test. The governor of Missouri still doesn't know how websites work. Space colonists will likely resort to cannibalism, scientist says. Sausage vending machines are a thing in Germany. One couldn't live without the other, married high school sweethearts with COVID on same day. Unusual phenomenon causes fish to rain from sky in Texas town. Chicago woman quarantined in airplane bathroom for 3 hours after testing positive for COVID-19 mid-flight. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Wanna buy an e-bike? Here are our top picks from 2021. How to make espresso at home without breaking the bank. BCI's had a big year in the lab. In 2022, they're coming to the market. Scientists want to call Pluto a planet again, along with 150 other nearby space rocks. Could electric velomobiles change micromobility? Meet the Kinner car. Job hunting season is just around the corner. Here's 6 tips to get ready. A year of battery-powered scooters fighting F-word with riders and government crackdowns. The next headlines are from Information Week. The IT backlog in the age of DevOps. Will the democratization of technology accelerate progress in AI? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, January 1st from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Rose Bowl Hive blog, Utah 14, Ohio State 7 after C.J. Stroud connects with Marvin Harrison Jr. No Donovan, no Mike and Joe, Utah Jazz show they're capable of adapting without their big playmakers. Christopher Caldwell, is the West becoming pagan again? 2021's best photos, as captured by Salt Lake Tribune photographers. Catfish host Nev Schulman got famous in Utah, and started on the road to fatherhood in Park City. The most Alta of all skiers, Alta's first season in nearly 50 years without ski legend David Van Dame, who died at 74. Rose Bowl, saying goodbye to Britton Covey, Utah football's most beloved personality. Subscription FAQs. The Triple Team, Donovan Mitchell's season-high 39 points bursts Jazz to fourth-quarter runaway victory over Timberwolves. Jazz pull away in fourth quarter, beat Timberwolves 120-108. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. 17-year-old beats Magnus Carlsen in World Rapid Chess Championship. Scotland will pardon thousands of witches. 4,346 flights cancelled on New Year's Day. U.S. government requests 2-week delay for 5G deployment, citing aviation safety. Bank accidentally deposits $176 in people's accounts on Christmas Day. With Webb telescope's mid-booms extended, sunshield takes shape. China is harvesting masses of data on Western targets from social media. What were Slashdot's most popular stories of 2021? Russia to require Netflix to stream state television broadcasts. Omicron is spreading at lightning speed. Scientists are trying to figure out why. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Amtrak to reduce Missouri service to one daily round trip. U.S. Rep. Mary Miller nets Trump endorsement, will challenge Davis. St. Louis Symphony Orchestra postpones Sunday concert. 2,300 U.S. flights canceled amid outbreak. 10 lingering questions for the 2022 St. Louis Cardinals. Prosecutors request mental exam for accused serial killer. St. Louis region braces for winter weather on New Year's Day. Suspect at large after shooting in Overland on New Year's Eve. East St. Louis School District to begin remote learning after winter break. Winter weather advisory issued for parts of St. Louis area, light snow possible. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Man pushed in front of freight train, killed without provocation at Old Town Station. Watch the 133rd Rose Parade presented by Honda. Woman loses control of vehicle on curve, plunges down embankment. Video, thousands ring in 2022 in Las Vegas with New Year's Eve celebration, fireworks. Flight disruptions felt at San Diego Airport as weather, staffing woes challenge industry. San Diegans scale back New Year's Eve plans amid Omicron surge. City, contact Republic Services directly if you need garbage pickup. More than 200 Marines separated for refusing COVID-19 vaccine. Beloved actress and comedy icon Betty White dies at 99. 2 men, 2 women suspected in teen shooting at gas station. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, January 1st, 2022. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. NASCAR reviewing driver's paint scheme that references Let's Go Brandon. New Year brings more canceled flights for air travelers. Man in hospice care dies during Marshall Fire. Taking a step back, U.S. colleges returning to online classes. Fatal crash on SBI 680 on-ramp in San Jose. What will travel look like in 2022? Expert makes these predictions. First baby of 2022 in Bay Area appears to be at Kaiser Hospital. Where you sit on a bus or train impact risk of catching COVID-19. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Chano scores twice, Predators defeat Blackhawks 6-1. Durham scores 17, number 21 Providence rolls past DePaul 70-53. New coach, Old Pain, Notre Dame unravels in Fiesta loss. NBA calls up 4th G League ref, Hawks McMillan in protocols. Jefferson leads number 22 Arkansas over Penn State 24-10. Number 25 Kentucky rallies late to beat number 17 Iowa 20-17. Arsenal lost to leader Man City sees grip on 4th loosened. Facts matter, President's Christmas Eve visit to Children's Hospital not staged. Suburban Skyview, hay bales and net brown preserve help keep out invasive plants. Annual Waukegan polar bear plunge a chilling success. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Patton Oswalt, My Fair Lady, historic theater tours, more happening in Seattle this weekend. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, January 1st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Celebratory gunfire after 9 lead to 8 arrests. Airline woes continue with 2,400 U.S. flights cancelled amid outbreak. Art Rascon anchoring newscast with son, Jacob, on final day at ABC 13. Woman shot and killed outside Southwest Houston hookah bar is city's first murder in 2022. No deaths reported in ferocious Colorado wildfire, it may be a New Year's miracle, governor says. Houston hospitals welcome first babies of 2022. Freeze warnings for some, freeze watch for Houston. Here's what's coming to Disney Plus in 2022. 3 killed, 4 injured in major New Year's crash in Northwest Harris County. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. PSG's 13-point mid-season lead masks alarming shortcomings. Dobson scores in OT to give Islanders 3-2 win over Oilers. Number 9 Oklahoma State beats number 5 Notre Dame 37-35 in Fiesta. Kentucky storm brings flooding, lost power, possible tornado. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Eric Adams' first day as mayor rocked by off-duty NYPD policeman grazed by bullet. NY will no longer prosecute children under the age of 12. We basically had this down to a science. Sanitation crews collect up to 40 tons of New Year's Eve debris. Photos, Times Square welcomes 2022 with masked and vaxxed crowd. Here are 4 key challenges Mayor Eric Adams faces as he takes office. Eric Adams sworn in as 110th New York City mayor. Hochul orders boosters for returning CUNY and SUNY students. Photos, NYC says goodbye to East River Park. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Waves of Haitians risk treacherous sea journey to find better life. First person, combating stereotypes to prevent violence against women in Azerbaijan. 3 Tanzanian peacekeepers injured in Central African Republic. Sudan, refrain from disproportionate use of force against protesters. People of Myanmar face unprecedented crisis in 2022. UN data helps balance New Year's weight loss resolutions. 2021 Year in Review, celebrating UN values in action. Grave violations surge for children in conflict. 2021, a good year to listen in. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Microplastics contaminating food and drinks may be fueling a dramatic rise in bowel diseases. Morbidly obese DefSec fires unvaxxed troops in the name of combat readiness. Central Intelligence Agency experimented on hundreds of orphans, torturing them to reveal psychopathic traits, report. NIT cover-up of 2 genocides, Stalin's famine in the Ukraine and the COVID vaccine holocaust. California man arrested on way to White House with rifle, hit list compiled from TikTok. Hollywood elites panic buy armored cars and safe rooms amid rising violent crime. US dollar's status as dominant global reserve currency at 25-year low, and USD exchange rates. BBC forced to apologize for interviewing accused Epstein attorney about Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. 2021, the year of corporate government COVID passports and digital IDs. Linguistic weaponry and the rhetorical mechanics of Let's Go Brandon. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Yes, researchers extracted human DNA from head lice on mummies. Julius Caesar, he came, he saw, he conquered the calendar and gave us New Year's Day. Did archaeologists make a discovery inside a Roman toilet? Wave of cancelled flights from Omicron closes out 2021. A collection of Snopes fact checks about Betty White. Betty White, TV's golden girl, dies at 99. Britney, Ben Iver, Beatles and Broadway, pop culture in 2021. Behind the wait for a verdict at Maxwell jury deliberations. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Our most popular articles in 2021. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. San Diego police hunt for suspects who fatally shoved man into oncoming freight train. Kanye West had surprise night show in Miami, coincidentally where Pete Davidson was also hosting show. Actress Joan Collins claims her first husband spiked her drink on first date and raped her. How the Harry Potter 20th anniversary special shunned J.K. Rowling. Impractical Joker star Joe Gatto leaves it prank show, citing personal issues. These sleep-enhancing products helped me, finally, get a good night's rest this year. An iconic Los Angeles hotel just got a major overhaul. Andy Cohen goes on epic drunken New Year's Eve rant against Bill de Blasio, Sayonara Suka. Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson tell 2021 to go to hell in wacky New Year's Eve special. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Brooklyn man says city denied him permit for Other Lives Matter mural. January 2022 new moon in Capricorn will bring you money and glory. Jake Paul offers to quit boxing, fight in UFC if Dana White meets real challenge. Rookie Michael Carter already emerging as Jets leader, players really respect him. NYC tobacco inspector wants job back after cursing out racist bodega owner. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The sky this week. Enjoy the quadrantids. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Giant bite photographed on great white shark. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Donut UFO over Switzerland defies explanation. Forget Atlantis, 14 real cities that are completely underwater. NASA's alien hunting James Webb Space Telescope gets first surprise breakthrough as its lifetime significantly extended. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 3 people missing after fire destroys almost 1,000 homes in Denver suburbs. Los Angeles Police Department officer shattered after mistakenly shooting teen at Burlington Coat Factory. The 10 richest people added more than $400 billion to their worth in 2021. Suspected cop killer taken into custody in Indiana, second person arrested. Georgia mom sold 5-year-old daughter for sex before she was killed, cops say. More than a dozen people stranded in tram cars overnight in New Mexico. Mayor Adams hits the ground running in first day and promises to get stuff done as New York City's 110th mayor. 2 people shot, injured at Mall of America on New Year's Eve. Student athlete sues former football coaches for allegedly forcing him to eat pepperoni pizza despite religious beliefs. Shocking crimes across the U.S. A 2021 trademark. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy rebuts recommendation to close Red Hill fuel tanks in Hawaii. Yemen officials, Saudi airstrike kills 12 troops by mistake. And Korea's Kim vows to boost military, maintain virus curbs. Self-described German soldier in COVID threat video arrested. Confederate monuments will likely go to Black History Museum. Defense Secretary taking more authority for use of DC Guard. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Man dies after Roseland dog attack, officials say. Storm hitting Chicago area, salt trucks on the move, weather officials say. First snow of 2022. Controversial downstate freshman GOP Rep Mary Miller to primary veteran Republican U.S. Rep Rodney Davis after Trump endorsement. Man fatally wounded early Saturday in Englewood neighborhood, female victim shot dead in Humboldt Park neighborhood. Teen fatally wounded in Gresham neighborhood marks last fatal shooting in Chicago of 2021. Man bashed in head dies following New Year's Day fight on South Side, police say. Boom time for marijuana sales in Illinois, as industry expands with new products, but minority businesses get left behind. Upgrading the internet in CPS schools means investing tens of millions, and tearing up streets across Chicago. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Taking a step back, U.S. colleges returning to online classes. How a handful of prehistoric geniuses launched humanity's technological revolution. Jaguar released in Argentina to help endangered species. Colorado wildfire took hold in blink of an eye, Governor. Heavy snows to hit Colorado after wildfires destroyed hundreds of homes. Rare leopard captured in northern Iraq. All cougars confirmed in Michigan have been male, why we don't see females, kittens. EPA says it agreed to study PFAS toxicity and NC advocates say it didn't really. France culls over 600,000 poultry in the new bird flu outbreak. Alaska faces ice Magellan as temperatures swing wildly. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, January 1st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Arctic lightning linked to climate change. Dogs can develop OCD too. How cybercriminals are targeting internet-connected cameras. Elman Rye, complete review. The New West under climate change, a rampaging winter wildfire. Picturing the ancient moon. 5 strongest CBD oils, complete buyer's guide. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Sears scores 21 to carry Ohio past W Michigan 59-47. Kraken fan Nadia Popova lauded for pointing out Canucks equipment manager Brian Hamilton's cancerous mole during game. Kane scores 23 to lift Oakland over Youngstown Street 87-72. Azar scores 24 to lead Texas Arlington past Troy 62-57. Carey scores 19, late FTs help Kent Street top Toledo 66-63. Ollie scores 32 to lift Akron past Buffalo 88-76. Baker Jr., Golston leads Milwaukee past Kentucky 61-55. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Bay Area welcomes its first babies of 2022. Sharks downer on Timo Meyer's growth, maturity, I think he's come a long way. 2 Dolphins questionable for Titans game after being activated from COVID-19 list, Tennessee starter to miss game. Game time, fast facts, odds, injury report and key info for Miami Dolphins, 8-7, at Tennessee Titans, 10-5. Ravens rookie OLB Dylan Hayes placed on injured reserve, practice squad OT David Sharp signed. 49ers Saturday moves, Wishnowsky activated off COVID reserve, Garoppolo still doubtful. Best Bovida bonus codes and promos available right now. Pat Leonard's NFL notes, Giants DC Pat Graham expected to receive head coaching interest. Colorado wildfires, how to give help amid disaster. SJ, fatal collision on I-680 on-ramp at Capitol Avenue. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Bernard Carrick releases some dogs to January 6 committee, withholds others pending deposition details. Montana Dem breaks with his party, boasts rural sensibilities in long shot bid for House seat. Fears grow that cyber chaos will spark wars as hack attacks become more aggressive. New Year's travel snarled by winter weather, Omicron spike. NYC Mayor Eric Adams witnesses brawl, calls 911 on his first subway ride to City Hall. Police, shooting kills to at New Year's Eve party in Virginia. Eric Adams enters office as New York City mayor. Europe presses forward as U.S. aviation and telecom behemoths sprawl over 5G. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Vaccine passports are here to stay, why worry? Everything Democrats didn't do in 2021. She helped expose secret UAE-run prisons in Yemen, and paid a steep price. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, January 1st, 2022, now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Trump jumps into Illinois politics, endorsing Rep. Mary Miller over Rep. Rodney Davis. 2022 WNBA free agency, our latest reporting. Is Mother Nature playing catch-up? Storm could drop 9 inches of snow on Chicago, NWS. Person found shot to death in Humboldt Park Alley. 3 New Year's resolutions for the fire. Man found fatally shot in alley in Englewood. A rocket shot in Kentucky Derby. Enjoy some old baseball trivia for the new year. Beating up J.K. Rowling won't help. Notre Dame's Houston Rockets to stardom. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, January 1st, 2022, now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Adair Concepts expands, Kins 5 Kanakawa opens. Texans try to extend winning streak in San Francisco. Houston producers providing the soundtrack for the industry. Things to do, the best things to eat and drink in Houston this weekend. The next headlines are about world records making news. Guinness World Record fireworks UAE New Year fireworks Abu Dhabi Happy New Year Sheikh Zayed Festival, Oakland News Now. Tirupati trekker set new world record, The Hunt India. Sports briefs, Taipei Times. Swimming World International Swimming League Female Swimmer of the Year, Sarah Sjostrom, Swimming World Magazine. Top 10 World Records of 2021 from the World Record Academy, World Record Academy. Atlantis, the Palm and Mo and Shandon achieves Guinness World Record, Sakshi English. Hyderabadi painter creates Guinness World Record, Telangana Today. New Zealand's Ross Taylor retires with unbreakable world record, Sunday Observer. BTS Jungkook's post thanking ARMY for a happy year of 2021 breaks Instagram record, Republic World. UAE breaks 5 world records with New Year firework displays, La Prensa Latinas. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. A look back at Betty White's nerdiest roles. Pokémon Legends, Arceus commercial will take your breath of the wild away. Alan Moore's legendary Miracleman run is getting an omnibus. Peacemaker rings in 2022 with a delightfully stupid trailer. Scientists fail to find a DIY hangover cure that actually works. Says 2022 will close one day earlier as an additional safety measure. Count down the end of 2021 with the toys you'll want in 2022. Now India is purportedly looking into Apple's in-app payment system because the more the merrier. All of IO9's 2021 year in review lists in one convenient location. Final Fantasy Ziv, Endwalker was the story I needed to end 2021 on. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Santiago del Estero in Argentina at 113.72 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmjkin in Russia at minus 71.32 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Noblewoman's tomb reveals new secrets of ancient Rome's highly durable concrete. To learn Klingon or Esperanto, what invented languages can teach us. Physicists captured, quantify the sound of champagne's effervescence. Attempt to compare different types of intelligence falls a bit short. How leaded fuel was sold for 100 years, despite knowing its health risks. TV Technica 2021, our favorite shows and binges helped us combat pandemic fatigue. Researchers built a gecko bot to study how geckos glide and crash land. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Line rupture has resulted in biggest spill, 7 million gallons of raw sewage flowing into LA waterway. Madison Cawthorn mocked for claim founding fathers would be horrified by US Today, you'd be at the gallows. January 6th anniversary may be exploited by threat actors, officials. Marjorie Taylor Greene's latest rant falsely claims anti-vaxxers are being denied treatment. Former U.S. Attorney cautions Giuliani colleague he's sadly mistaken he thinks he has executive privilege. This is a really big deal, reporter warns January 6th committee has enough info to incriminate Trump and his sons. NY man arrested for attack on black cop while yelling the Fourth Amendment allows him to be racist, report. Derek Chauvin leading lonely dismal life behind bars after George Floyd murder conviction, report. Stop underestimating the threat, NIT editorial board warns of grave danger if Trump supporters are left unchecked. Republicans set to use the Trump playbook to scare voters into voting for them in 2022. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Hey celebrities, you cannot sell NFTs and say you're helping the planet. Sleuthing for Al Hirschfeld in the caricaturist's first biography. Hero, Chris James, the Canadian comedian triggering right-wing talk radio hosts. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Oblindeba Sound 902-445, blinded by sound. Blindeba Sound 832-212-6692, blinded by sound. Blindeba Sound 323-694, blinded by sound. Plantable Health completes initial public offering, Yahoo Finance. Dublin Debba Sound HMH, blinded by sound. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Evelyn Debba Sound Hey, blinded by sound. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, January 1st, 2022 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFOs UAP, tell the truth, say military veterans. UFO UAP stalwart and former Senator Harry Reid has died. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, January 1st, 2022. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News8. All rights reserved.